Okay, here I am, China, in a not so beautiful mountain. I'm here just talking about some ridiculous things happened to our world. Recently, I'm on Twitter, and I found a bunch of stupid things. Someone made trouble out of nothing, and someone just ignored the fact. Find the enemy doesn't make you right. Yes, Chinese people are willing to treat everything as nothing to do with themselves. But it doesn't mean they have still 70 years ago. One of my teachers said that you cannot everybody know the truth. And a friend of mine said, you can talk to those people who are willing to think it rationally, but for the others, what I have done is useless. I knew it. Okay. I didn't do it for them. I'm doing it for myself, to get a nice sleep. Useless or not? We shall see. The biggest lie I have seen on Twitter is that Chinese people like to eat bats? Holy crap! I don't think this lie is from the official media, but why there are still so many people take it as a fact? Because that is what they want to believe, so they can find the enemy to blame. If I told them from a Chinese perspective, that is not the truth, what will they do? Send you a picture of pangolin and say, you have something for lunch. Oh, you guys like eat pangolin? You know what? That is disgusting, but it's none of my business. Just don't ever think about eating it in front of me. And there is still a lot of people willing to take some picture have nothing to do with China and say this is China. Holy shit. You know what? Some of them even say they just come back from China and say that the bad stuff is the truth. Thanks to a friend, he found all the original pictures. Maybe before he helped me, he might be thinking, God, why there are so many Western people willing to defile their country? No. They are not Americans. I don't care if they have American citizenship. They are just not Americans anyway. And also stop blaming the live animals market in Asia. To be honest, I hate it too, so I don't go open. But if we assume that the virus is from bats to these animals, then how can these animals to be infected by bats in those markets if Chinese people don't eat bats? The only possibility is that they are infected by bats during feeding. So this has nothing to do with where these animals was killed. Or you won't tell me that after these animals was killed in your factory, they will also be sucked in, what's that in English? 消毒水. In disinfectant water? Is that right? I don't care. We let the animals live to the last minute, so it's our fault? Well, still, I hate it. I rather than those animals was killed far away from me, so I won't feel bad for them every day. But it's nothing to do with the virus. Yes, those markets have animals and people, so the virus will spread much faster. And it's just like you go to a supermarket without a mask. And let me get it straight. Have you ever seen some animals alive before? Even Spider-Man have buy a chicken for the eggs. and chucking it spider. One of you have told me that see it without cry. You know what? I won't deny it, because he is a genius. How do you know it? Because I am crying. I am a human, so I like to cry. Those people who are not willing to cry for the human and the death are just monsters. You know what? You want to be a monster? Well, suit yourself, because it's your freedom. But cry for those monsters is my freedom. What can I say? It's raining here, so I want it done faster. A lot of people in your country want to accept all those fake news about other countries. Why? Because you think your country is the best. Few Chinese people will deny that the United States was the world's #1 superpower. Why? Because our school told us so. This might be a reason why a considerable star have joined the United States citizenship or other country citizenship. But that is not to blame, because we can't deny that we have a lot of leader. They have a lot of leader in a lot of field. Although we don't want to compete with them. And by the way, when those stars join the American citizenship or other country citizenship, Chinese network is just like the others, and at that time, Chinese people still use cash and a bank card like the United States doing now. I don't think any people in the world are stupid, unless you are willing to become stupid. Some people will convince themselves to believe whatever they want to believe, but ignore the fact. How come? This is even more if they are under the individualistic education, because they only need to take care of themselves, so they can do whatever to themselves. Convince themselves. It's not gonna be difficult, right? Well, Chinese government is cooking the numbers. Well. Thank you so much for telling the truth. Tired. Thank you so much for telling the truth. Thank you so much for telling me that all that policemen, doctors, and volunteers I saw in the street are robots. Wow. I'm so afraid because I was surrounded by a bunch of robots a month ago. And thank you so much for telling the truth that our Chinese people can easily get a fake test, so the number doesn't count. And thank you so much for telling us that all of our Chinese people are Superman, because all we get is a fake test and none of us have even got a fever. Unless our family member buried us without everybody notice. How funny is it? How can it work? Is that possible? And even more, they think millions Chinese people died because millions phone number accounts cancelled in China. I get one question, and one question only. How can those dead people go and cancel their phone number? What can I say if you think we have a tradition of canceling the phone number before we die? Maybe it's just like, oh, Johnny, I'm dying. Go and canceling my phone number. Yes, but father, the money is in your number account. We can get it back by canceling it. Yes. Oh, and the old man said, if I can get it back, then no one get it. Is that? If the situation is not like that, how can it work? Maybe you want to find another reason to explain it. You know what? A media in a Western country took a video of those people in Wuhan and say they are running out of food. They cannot go back to their hometown. I won't going to say what country is that, but you know what? You think only you can understand Chinese in Spain? So whatever. You know what? If you want to distort what those passers-by said, at least you should not put those videos on. Tired. Western media always treat people as fool. You know what? You can be fooled by your country. You even can be fooled by your government. How can you be fooled by your media? Those lies can easily be pierced by reasonable thinking. But no one willing to do it. Yeah, no one. You know what? This time in Western countries, people are just like those teenagers back in Cultural Revolution during 1960s to 1976 in China. Because Mao Zedong's misleader, all those teenagers find an excuse to not listen to their parents and do whatever they want. Freedom, isn't it? And you might be thinking, I will be killed before tomorrow because I'm talking something bad about our First Nation leader, Mao Zedong. Well, Chinese people didn't get a damn of you think of them. But if you tell lie about our nation, you will know what will happen. As for those people who said Chinese government is an authoritarian government, you think our government kill gays and innocent people? Well, I got some question for you too. I'm sorry, this is your education since childhood. But answer my question first. Which country other than China will put the sentence of long live of the people of the world on their landmark of the country? Is that possible for your country, holding hearings for every decision they made related to people? Is that possible for your government open an international channel and collect all the opinions and read it aloud in front of all the people in this country? Don't be used to protect your government and act like you are protecting your nation. And the government, how can you not protect your people? You know what? You look down on Chinese people, but in fact, we just don't believe how can virus make someone go bankrupt. Calm down, please. And we even don't understand why United States, as the world's #1 superpower, have so many homeless people. I mean, we have homeless people too, but not so much, not that much, and a lot of them are richer than me. Sad story, isn't it? But to be honest, maybe those stuff are fake news too. Yeah. Maybe there is a secret department in China full of Westerners, and it's just like you play Trevor Noah, you play Bill Gates, and you play the Queen because you are a kind older woman and you know how to make yourself fashion, and you play Donald Trump because you don't like eat vegetable. Maybe other country can treat 107 years old people from the virus as we did. Maybe the mass gravy is also a lie fabricated by our government. Maybe other country haven't locked up for the mask. Maybe they can see where the suspected cases were and watch how they treat those patients on the phone like we did. Maybe the health code is from the US and they already use it to determine whether you can be prevented with restaurant and traffic. We don't have time to act like a baby to please you, because someone died. You know what? Someone died. Yeah, maybe you think I'm brainwashed. And the most brainwashed stuff in our school is singing together every Monday morning. And what did you do? Swear your loyalty to the country every day before class. Well, you know what? Don't swear your loyalty to your government and act you swear your loyalty to the nation. It's just not right. Blaming us for the virus, you might don't understand the importance of the Chinese New Year in China. If we cannot go back to our hometown, that means we have abandoned our family. So what the hell we go to your country during this special time? And even Trump cannot stop all those Mexicans, even though he has a board. How can China prevent all those people go abroad without a war? And the most important, at that time, all of our Chinese people are going back to our hometown. So our China have get the most traffic, and the virus haven't even spread that much to other parts of our country as it did in your country. I'm not going to prove that the virus is not coming from China. But you know what? If China can do it, how can you not? The only thing I want to see is China can do it. Then you can do it too. What? Let me think about what can I say next. Oh, as early as January, our government announced that we have a big problem when you have no cases. Then, it's still too late? Well. You might say that because our government announced it too late, So the virus is already spread to your country. We have no case. You have no case. That's because we haven't tested. You know what? If you have cases and I have cases, how do you know the virus is coming from China? The only thing can prove that the virus is coming from China is that we have cases and you didn't have it. And we announced before you have cases, so it's still too late. China can control it. You can do it too. So it's never too late to stop blaming and take action. As early as January, many countries have given all these materials to us. And at that time, you have no case. But it's still too late. However, you may say it's because China announced it late, so the virus is already spread to your country. Ridiculous. I don't know why I say it again. Maybe it's just because it is important. Well, so it's not gonna hurt me say it again. So I say it again. As early as January, we announced that we have a big problem and you have no case. So it's too late. Because the virus is already spread to your country. And if the virus is already spread to your country, how can we know where the virus comes from? Yeah, and you might say, we can know from those numbers. That numbers and whatever. Yeah, the number is that about almost, no, I don't know detail, but I think about 4,000 to 5,000 people died in Wuhan, and you didn't believe it. Almost 5,000 people died in Wuhan, and a few people died in another part of our country. But you even say it is too few in humanity. Chinese government changed the number almost 5 times or 4 times to our people. And they reported day by day. Now, you think we are hiding the number? We are cooking the number? Funny. If you do think you are better than us, then actually do something better than us. It's never too late because people died. I still have some word for Chinese peoples. Maybe you want to listen it too. You know what? Stop making jokes like Trump is the agent from China. Last time we make joke like that. How can I translate it? 战略忽悠局. Strategic flanker? Yeah, maybe. That is. Last time we joke like we have a stuff like this, and a scholar, and a scholar in US wrote something about it, and now he even believed the virus is caused by 5G. Before people in Western country enter the university to study, they don't need to learn a lot of things when they are young as we did. So their professionalism is higher than our Asians. But for those things they don't know, they will get hints from the television and the government. hundreds Westerners attack us with the same picture on Twitter, and the picture is a people standing in front of the tank. Well, why he just run away? And you get a picture. I get a video. These people try his best to get in front of the tank, and I even don't know if it's come from China. You know what? Ignore the fact? I don't think it's smart. They even accused us of two complete opposite reasons at the same time. For example, once a person took a picture of a subway full of people to blame us of poor control, and seriously, and a few minutes ago, and a few minutes later, yeah, it's later, and a few minutes later, a man, I don't know he is a woman or man, a person come and take a picture that no one in subway and say we are bounding people of freedom. What can I say? Those people believe that the virus is the lie and the virus is made in China at the same time. Calm down. Okay. But my point is, you may laugh at them, but stop, because each of them can laugh at you in a certain area. So let me return to the topic of Trump and get it straight. Can Trump buy a ticket or find a taxi on his phone? Can Trump do banking and several business on his phone? Can Trump pay anything using his face? Yeah, face. This face. Imagine it. If he was in a Chinese supermarket, he will wonder, what's that little camera they are doing for? And after one day's thinking, he will figure it out. Oh, it's for the celebrities. And he make posts like that. How can he be a Chinese if he cannot pay anything using his face? And now, he even started playing WHO. So, what's the World Health Organization's role? Can he take place of your country and take action? Can he take place of your government and take action to your country? You know what? It's just like an adult lying on the bed watching TV and yelling, "Mom, where's my coffee?" There's no one here. I'm in the mountain, so doesn't matter. And the situation in United States is more like, Dad, why there still have so many mice in our house? It's your grandpa's fault. I'm the elderly son, and instead I paid most money, and instead of come and help us, they just talking something good about his second son, because about his second son live on the other side of the ocean, because your uncle have already thrown away all the mice out of his house. And the son and the little kids think, oh, yeah, it's grandpa's fault. I won't play with grandpa anymore. So, after that, the old mouse got born to a baby mouse. And the baby mouse grows up, get born to another baby mouse, over and over again, then over. Another thing, which is more important, when our Chinese see some video like someone died from the virus, or some doctor didn't get enough protect, we will say, we should help them. We have to help Serbia. We have to help Pakistan. We have to help Iran, Japan, Spain, Italy. But when we saw the title of the video and found out those videos is come from some Western country, what will we do? What will we do? Suddenly, whatever, they got God to bless them. So there's no need to bother their God. It's not how it works. Have you get it? Yeah, I know it. I knew it. Before the pandemic, our Chinese people are like, welcome all the foreigners. If you respect our culture, you are a friend. And after the pandemic, our Chinese people are like, the foreigners should have the supernation treatment. It's unfair. Our China is not a hotel. What make our mind change? I don't want talking about it, but stop, because it's not time. All of us have been taught to respect other country, respect other culture when we are young. Can we just don't respect other culture as a part of their culture just for now? And I know we like to talking about their freedom. Yeah, I get it. Truly. Who will refuse to wear a mask? Those people who are just not willing to wear a mask. And who will refuse to lock down? Those people who just don't want to stay at home. And who will refuse to ban guns? Those people who want to use it, and who it will be. And what's their excuse? Freedom. But you know what? Just stop it. Because we used to use the revolution as the excuse for our selfishness. And even now, we get a bunch of people willing to find an excuse for our selfless. So, how can we talking their freedom? You know what? So just stop it. It's not good for the world. And you know what? Think about it. At the first time, our government immediately blocked the virus in a certain province or our certain cities. So other province in our country can provide those free existence to those provinces which have virus. So it will be no hunger, but it's still a lot of pressure in the earlier medical system. But for them, it is impossible to block an area and help each other between states. It is true that we do stay at home voluntaries throughout the whole country. But if our government and the media have been talking nonsense at the beginning of the outbreak, how many of us will stay at home voluntarily? 1, 2, 3? That's good enough. There is no time because people died. You know what? People died. And there's no time to find the enemy of both of us. Water. You know what? I also know that you hate the US government to politicize the virus and use it to attack us. Yeah. You might be thinking the HIMI is from US. The spying flu is from US. And even the 金融危机 financial crisis is from US, and we have say nothing bad about it. And this virus come from China. Then all the Americans say it's Chinese fault. It's China's fault. And a host of media said, a host of Fox News said, we use the virus to let all your American people to live on our way of life. What can I say? Maybe my English is poor. You think the virus can change your life? Or can change the way of your lives by our government? Yeah, maybe HIMI can change ours too. You know what? Maybe somehow our Chinese people are just weak. Maybe last time, the first time the virus come from China and a lot of things come from America. So maybe those stuff comes more from America. So maybe last time we can do the same thing. Yeah, last time we can see it's America, it's the United States government's fault. They should pay. Yeah. They changed our way of lives. So you know what? Maybe somehow, in some point, our Chinese people are too weak. But I like this kind of weak because Chinese people, American people, shouldn't go through what we go through. Shouldn't get attacked what we get. That is not good, and it's not right. And I know you find a lot of evidence, such as research from Cambridge University, many strangers in their country, and even on a submarine that have been on the ocean about 120 days. But no matter where the virus is actually from, what we have to do is unchanged. What our government have to do is unchanged. What our media have to do is unchanged. Remember what Confucius said. Don't let anybody else do what you don't want to. So it's the time now. I know I might be attacked by a small number of you. But now, belief is much more important than the fact. At this time, the accusation is useless. I'm not trying to destroy the fact, but the fact can come later and the lives will never coming back. Someone died. When I saw all those people died in Wuhan, and our government changed a lot, more and more. I really hurt in my deep heart. How many people died, and you just think it's not a big deal, and you just blame each other. 5,000 people died in China, and even, you know what, and even a lot of people died in another country. Why? It's not good. I actually don't think it's good. 5,000 people is hurt enough, but other country, oh. You know what? Politics doesn't need an excuse. You won't do it, then you do it. But if you hurt somebody else, go to the hell, please. A politician only needs to think about the people at all the time. The root of politics lies in the happiness of the people. It's not about the big slogan of the government, because the greater the government is, the more it will lock down on his own people. Only the people deserve to be called great, and at this time people died. Isn't the economy ultimately for the people? So stop giving up these people for the economy in your pocket. Those people didn't deserve to die. And the only one deserved to die is those people who are telling the lies. So no matter where those viruses come from, saving lives is what great countries should do, and this is what the government is doing now. I just don't understand how can someone say it's not a big deal when somebody died. No, is that what you want? The only one deserved to die is you, and I'm begging the world. Saving lives. I just can't help saying that. Saving lives in China. There's one sentence which is popular. Human right or human left. Okay, that's it.